Make sure y'all like and subscribe. And tell me what y'all want to see.
What's your age?
26.
26.
Has dating gotten easier as you gotten older?
Yes.
Depends.
Well, why do you feel that way?
I think because as you get older, you start to know what you want or what you're looking for. As opposed to when you're young, you kind of just date whoever.
You feel like you have higher standards?
She basically just said that when she was young, she dated whoever.
I think it comes with age.
And what does it depend on for you?
Well, I agree with everything that she said, but yeah, just in general, I feel like people are not ready for commitment and to put in the work, so it's harder to find like someone that's genuine.
And that's been your experience most of the time.
100%.
Because that's what she's doing.
Guys that you feel are never ready to commit to you, are these men that you already sleep with?
I'm not talking to anyone. I'm done.
But the ones in the past,
What about them?
have you slept with them before?
Yeah.
Do you think that played a part in why they didn't commit to you?
I don't know. That should play a part in it.
But why would a man give you the benefits of the relationship if he's already experienced everything that you have to offer?
Sex isn't everything that you have to offer. So if a guy leaves you because you gave him sex, he never wanted you in the first place, or he never thought that you had anything to offer. Guys will want sex. People want sex. Whether or not they stick around after they get that sex is the determining factor of what's going on, what's happening, if they see value in you.
Because he wants to be with me, genuinely.
Would you rather date a woman who was fit and slim or a BBW?
I say for me to date, fit and slim. But I like the BBWs too, don't get me wrong. They do got a very, they got a nice pocket of love they have there.
What do you feel bigger women tend to have over the more slim, thick ones?
Bigger women, BBWs, they got the most nutritious vaginas in the world, I say. It's very husky, very meaty, very moisturized. So they got great, vaginas.
Whereas slim, thick women, what they're packing down there is...
Yeah, they look good, it's nice and tight, but you just never know when you get it, like a box of chocolates when it comes to that area. But a BBW, you're going to win every single time. Like I say, it's like a warm honey bun. You put it in the microwave for 10 seconds, you take it out, bam, you can't go wrong.
And you don't feel like it's more challenging to try and lift her up for certain positions, or, maybe that she might want to overdo it when you go out together?
No, it's easy to lift her up. For me, I'm 230, so I'm in that gym in all ways. So, no, I can pick them up, put them down, spin them around. We're going to hold it down. Yeah, it's easy.
Take them to Pound Town.
We're going to take them to Pound Town, man, and look at that brown hole. Let me spit in it.
What's your age?
32.
Are you single?
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
All right, yes. We got a woman that's not doing too much.
Because I have yet to find a decent man here in Miami.
So it's about the men in Miami.
It really is. There's something wrong with
Then
them.
why don't you move? And I'm not saying, I know a lot of people will be like, well, why would you move for a man? Well, if your goal is to be married, why not? There's men, what was it called? The passport bros that were traveling out of the country to find a wife. If they can do that, why not you do that? If marriage is what you really want, is starting a family and all this stuff is what you want, you'll do it.
Why do you think you face so many problems with settling down here?
Because Miami is not the place to settle down. This is a place to have fun, to meet people. But
So, if this is a place to have fun and meet people, and Miami isn't a place to settle down, and you live in Miami, what does that say about you? You see what I'm saying?
definitely not the place to settle down.
But one could say that there are many relationships here in Miami.
They're fake.
Big
You're
hoe.
saying that if you were to get into a relationship right now, it would be viewed as fake because there's no love in Miami, or you wouldn't actually love that person. That's basically what she just said. That's what she just said, y'all. Listen to what she's saying.
They're for the gram
Just for Instagram?
and to make people think that they're happy.
So what she's saying is that if a man get into a relationship with her, he's going to assume that it's fake because there's no love in Miami, because she lives in Miami. So according to her logic, all men and women should think that if you're going to be in a relationship, it's got to be for the gram in Miami.
So sugar babies and sugar daddies.
Yes.
But what about the real ones?
They moved up north.
Do you think that as a woman it's a red flag that you're single at 32?
Let's say specifically in Miami.
Yeah, it is a red flag, but it's okay. I've accepted my fate.
Why would you say it's a red flag for you?
Because usually girls my age are desperate to settle down, or once they're 30, they're desperate and they know that they have to do something, but I'm not settling.
I already knew you didn't want to settle down just based off of your answer of there's no love in Miami. If any relationship that you see in Miami is fake and it's for the gram, sugar daddies and sugar babies, just based off of that, and you live in Miami. So I already knew you did not want commitment to just...
Do you feel like having those higher standards is going to help you? Or is it fair for you to...
She doesn't have high standards. If she's still in Miami...
have the expectations that you have?
It's going to help me to keep my peace and my sanity, but it's not going to help me if what I want is to be in a relationship and settle down and start a family.
So if there are fake relationships there, fake people in Miami, sugar daddies and sugar babies in Miami, and you live in Miami, how are you gaining peace from just being in that area? Where's the peace coming from? If you're surrounding yourself with things that you just, all these red flags, how are you getting your peace? Where are you getting your peace from? Just because you're by yourself and you don't want to be in a relationship? If I'm surrounded around a bunch of people that do crimes, if I'm riding in the car with somebody that is illegal, where's the peace in that? You get what I'm saying? If I'm surrounding myself with a certain type of group, where's the peace in that? Oh, but because I'm single, you know?
What's your age?
39.
Are you single?
Single, yeah.
Have you ever been married before?
Never.
Why do you think that is?
It's because I have commitment issues. Yeah, I'm not a one-woman man, and a lot of women are not okay with me wanting to have my cake and eat it too.
And all these people are in Miami, y'all.
Why should a woman be okay with you sleeping with other women while you're with her?
Because I don't think men are designed to be with only one woman. This is quite honest truth. I think that we're designed to procreate and plant our seed as much as possible. And from that basic animalistic feeling that we have, it's hard. I think men are faking it when they say, oh, I just want to be with you my whole life. You're the only woman I love. I only want to be with you. I think that they're putting on a front. And if given the opportunity, if there's a hot girl and their girlfriend's not around, they know they're not going to get caught, they're going to fuck.
He basically just told on himself. Yo, why would any woman want to marry you? You literally just told women that you're that type of man. Now, let me tell you this. If I was to get married, right? And I moved to Miami with my husband. Even though we are in a successful, committed relationship, we've done everything, we've talked about everything, like we've literally, like, we're secure. What does that say about me and him if we decide to move to a place like Miami, knowing that there's people out here that think like this? Why would I want my husband to even encounter a man that thinks like this? You get what I'm saying? So it really does go to show that environment really does matter when it comes to protecting your family, protecting your relationships. raising your kids. Like, you cannot just raise your kids or have a relationship anywhere. Like, you know.
You think a man can love multiple women at once?
I think a man can love multiple women, but I'm not saying I need to love multiple. I'm saying I could have one woman that I love and want to be with, but also occasionally just dabble with other women, right? Like, I equate it like I like to vacation. I go to Rome a lot, right? Just because I like Italy doesn't mean that's the only vacation I want to go to. Sometimes I want a vacation to explore other countries because each country offers such a unique perspective.
Okay, but after you finish traveling, since we're going with that analogy, after you finish traveling, you're going to want to go home. You're going to want to have a place to settle down at. Nobody, well, let me not say nobody. The vast majority of people that travel a lot are going home. They're going home at the end of the day, or they're going home at some point. They want some type of stability. You know, shit, after you travel or whatever, you know, I'll be like, shit, I can't wait to get in my bed. For me, I can't wait to get in my bed. I can't wait to go home. You know what I'm saying? I want to go home. And I'm paying rent. Yeah, I want to go home. I want to go home. So it's like, you're not going to be traveling for majority of people aren't traveling for the rest of their lives, right? There's going to be a point where you hit 80, 90, 70. We're like, you know what? This is home. I don't want to go nowhere else. This is my home. I love my home. I love my space. I love stability. This is where I'm at. So what does that say about him? What I just said? What does that say about him? But then again, he was honest about his commitment issues. So we need to start asking people, are you content, or would you be content if you couldn't travel to just be where you are right now today? And based off of the answer, that is a good, clear indication of if you should settle down with them or not.
Women.
But would you be willing to accept a woman who wanted to have an open relationship as well with you?
Yeah, so women always ask me if it's an open relationship. I say it's more slightly ajar. It's not completely open. It's just like a little bit open, where I'll be 99% of the time with you, but occasionally I'm going to want to be with other women. Now, we could bring the other women into the bedroom, or I'll have like side pieces here and there, but I don't want another girlfriend. I don't want another wife. I just want one main girl, but occasionally be with another woman, and she can do the same with men. I'm not a hypocrite.
Okay, so you're open to your woman getting piped down occasionally too.
Because I get it. There's other guys that may have better dicks than me, right? Not many, but there's some out there. And there's some guys that like giving oral. I don't like doing that. So I know there's other guys that offer things that I don't like to do.
Or you could be with a woman that's okay with not getting those things from you and not want to get it from somebody else. And you find security in that truth because you know that if there's something that your woman can't give, you're not going to go out and get that from somebody else. Because let's be truthful. What if he was to find a woman that is okay with all of his insecurities and does not want to cheat and does not want to add anybody else in the relationship and is okay with just being with him and only him? That is where the commitment issues lie at for him. Because it's like, he can't fathom the fact that somebody would want to be with him and actually be okay with who he is. Right? And you know that he can't fathom the fact because he needs to go out and add other people to his relationship and go and dabble with other people. Like, listen to what he said.
You do the same with men. I'm not a hypocrite.
Okay, so you're open to your woman getting piped down occasionally too.
Because I get it. There's other guys that may have better dicks than me, right? Not many, but there's some.
Because to be real, if I love my man, I don't care if there's other men that are out here that have bigger and better. I'm not even thinking about that. If we're being truthful, if I'm genuinely happy in my relationship, I'm not thinking about another man's penis or if I can find better. I'm not thinking about that. I'm not. Like, what was that say about me? What would that say about me? Like, no, I don't look at my man's penis and be like, is there bigger? Like, no, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not.
I'm out there, and there's some guys that like giving oral. I don't like doing that. So I know there's other guys that offer things that I don't like to do, and I'll be a hypocrite if I say I want to fuck other women occasionally, but you can't occasionally fuck other men. I'll be a hypocrite. I'm not.
And honestly, I feel like all of what he said just related to sex. Not only does he have commitment issues, but he has issues with sex. That's really what it is too as well. Like, because there's more layers to a relationship other than just fucking and just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some more to that. So when I just hear sex come out of people's mouths, it's just like, yo, like, that's all, like, that's it.
So I'm one of the few guys that is honest with women. I tell them how I feel, how I may love you and want to be with you, but eventually I'm going to cheat with you. So let's just have an arrangement going into it. Have an open communication.
Do you think most men want women to dress slutty, or do they want them to dress modestly?
It depends on the man you're asking. Some men prefer modesty and some men prefer a sexy woman.
Agreed.
But do you think a woman can still dress modestly and be sexy?
Yes.
Okay. So which do most men prefer then? The woman who dresses modestly and she's sexy, or the woman who is showing most of her skin and is sexy?
I believe that when you're in a relationship, as a man, you would prefer somebody who dresses modestly and sexy. But if you're single, I guess it doesn't really matter.
So if you're single, it matters just as much if you are looking to be in a relationship. So if she thinks that a guy that's in a relationship would like their woman to be modestly dressed, then you're saying that if you're single and you're looking for a relationship, that a guy would not choose you right now based off of how you're dressed. So what does that say about you? It says that you're not looking for commitment. We're just going off of what she said. I'm not adding any words in her mouth. We're only going off of what she said based off listening. We're listening.
If we were together and I wanted you to cover up more as your man, you would do that for me?
It depends how you ask. I think that's a difficult question or conversation to have, but I think if you ask it in a manner that doesn't come off as possessive or controlling, then it can be arranged.
And what would that look like in your head?
Respect for your man, not really sort of like control, but if he has an expectation, I think that he needs to go for that woman that he's expecting. I don't think that he should go for women that dress a certain way and then try to change how they dress.
You want to know something? When I was younger, and I remember I had dressed a certain way, a type of way about my dad, around my dad, and my uncle was there, and my dad was like, "You're gonna change. You're not wearing that, right?" And then you have her. She's saying, "Well, I might change my outfit based on how my man asked me." I don't care if my dad was yelling at me, if he said it in a quiet tone, if he said it, "Go change," or "Go change," or "You're not wearing that." You know what I'm saying? I don't care if my dad did any of that. I'm going to change because I respect him. It has nothing to do with the tone of his voice. It's about respecting my father. You get what I'm saying? So if we relay it back to what she just said, if you're not going to change your outfit based off of your man's tone of voice, I just feel like you don't respect him in general, and you're just looking for a way not to be able to change your outfit. You didn't change your voice. I wanted you to change your voice, so I'm not going to change my outfit. No, because if it was somebody you respect, if it was your grandfather, you would change, And then the whole scenario of, she just said, I think you should go after women that dress how you would want them to dress. But before that, she said that most men would date women that are dressed modestly. So you're basically saying that men shouldn't look or go after you. Not only do they should not go after you, but you're not wanting a commitment because you're dressed like that. And that she's not going to respect you wanting her to change her outfit if you have a certain tone of voice. It just sounds like you have to tiptoe and dance around her. Like, no, like, why would you make your man tiptoe and dance around you? Like,
He should go for what he's looking for.
At 42, do you think dating has gotten easier for you?
Yes, it has extremely got a lot better for me because now I'm more of a stoic individual.
now why would you, like, come on, bro. Like, why? Why? Your girl went the other way. Why would you walk in front of the camera? People are just so disrespectful, bro.
I'm not so egomaniac or egotistical with women now. I'm really into compromise and understanding them a little bit more. So for 42 is a perfect age for me to really settle down and really get to know a woman bigger and better than just, their bodies and everything.
So the woman that you're going for, are they also in their 40s, or are you going for younger women?
I really don't care about the age for that most. It's really who they are as a person. As long as they got their own thing going on, they look good, they feel good, they're great. I really don't judge them by their age.
But do you feel like you're a successful, high-value man right now?
Oh, you can't get no more higher. I feel like I'm top tier on all categories.
And why do you feel like you're top tier?
I mean, physically, mentally, monetarily, I'm in 1% of every division that is on the board.
And 1% monetarily wise, what would that look like annually?
Yeah, annually, I say a bare minimum, I gotta make $1 million a year. My highest year ever made was $3.5 million. So you gotta be at least, for me, over 6 figures is good. 140,000 puts you in that good percentage. But me, I did very, very well for myself.
So why would you go for a woman in her 40s as opposed to that 26-year-old girl?
I'm not going for nothing. Whatever attracted to me, whatever God put in my way that I'm attracted to on that level, we gonna connect. I'm not searching. They looking for me.
Do you think that being a millionaire gives you the right to cheat on a woman?
It gives me the right to pretty much do what I want to do. But at the same time, if it's a woman I feel compatible on all levels, I might compromise having all the women that I want at that time.
How long would you say your last relationship was?
It was 3 years.
Did you break up with him or did he break up with you?
No, he broke up with me.
Why do you think he left you?
Because y'all were in Miami. Yeah. That's why. Because y'all are in Miami, girl. That is what the fuck. She literally just, yeah. Because it was fake relationship. I'm just using her words, y'all. Y'all broke up because it was a fake relationship and it was on the ground.
I was not in a good place, and I recognize that.
You're not in a good place right now, girl. You're in Miami. It's not even just being in a good place, mentally, spiritual, whatever. Even if you change yourself, according to you, you're in a toxic place, which is Miami. So you need to go if you really feel like you're trying to change.
I'm in a better place now.
Do you ever look for your ex in other men?
She says she's in a better place, but she's in the same situation, which is Miami.
No. I would not want to repeat.
Why not?
Because that wasn't the kind of person that I would like to have to deal with again.
But you were with him for so long, you must have been attracted to him.
Yeah.
At that point in my life, because I didn't know any better.
So what qualities do you look for now in a partner?
I look for somebody that is strong, that has really good values, that understands the importance of being their own self, but also understands that in a relationship, it takes two people.
She just said, his question was, what are you looking for in a partner? She listed all these good quality, amazing things. Before that, she proceeds to basically say that Miami is not a place for relationships. Why is she still there? Why are you in Miami? You're lying to yourself about something, because if you really wanted that, you would move. I'm serious, y'all. I'm dead serious.
Not just a one-man act.
And you said that your ex was the opposite of those things. They thought that it was a one-person thing kind of thing.
I'm really shocked that after after her breakup, she didn't immediately move.
He thought he was the prize, and no, women are always the prize. In the words of our very, very wise Shira 7, sprinkle, sprinkle.
What are your biggest red flags in a 40-year-old woman?
So my middle name is Red Flag, so I know a lot about that shit. Women say I'm a red flag all the time. I think any woman...
Like, what? Why would I want him to be friends with my husband? If I had a husband? Why would I, what?
Single after the age of 35, that's a red flag right there.
Because?
Because women have a biological clock and men don't, right? So if a woman is single still in her mid-30s to late 30s, when that's after 35, it's really hard for her to get pregnant, right? So men could be fuckboys, if you will, later in life. But women, if they don't start settling down and having a relationship by the time they're 35, it means that they have an issue. It's a red flag. Either they're fucking crazy or maybe they're divorced, right? Maybe they're divorced. Maybe they just party too much. Well, I had to do that again. Maybe they just party too much, you know, and they party too much in their 20s and early 30s, and now they realize, like, oh, I'm 35, it's time to grow up, and by that time it's too late, you're washed up.
If I wanted to take you on a first date, how much should I spend on it?
I don't think it's a matter of how much. It's a matter of like effort, you know, or thoughtfulness.
Agreed.
What's the minimum though?
Minimum, like a dinner, maybe, I don't know, like $200.
That's a trick question. Don't, women, come on, bro. We gotta start learning when these questions are trick questions, bro. She did a good job at the first answer. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, whatever the place, as long as I'm with my guy, you know. But then when she started adding a value to it, like, oh, 200, do it. No, it's not about how much that he spends.
Dinner?
Yeah, just, I don't know.
A nice dinner? I don't know. I don't want to go to Chipotle on a first date.
$200 should be the minimum expectation for somewhere nice.
For somewhere nice, yeah. Decent at least. Not nice, but at least decent enough.
Now, if I just met you, why should I drop $200 just off rip, just to try and get to know you?
Well, why should I sit down with somebody and try to get to know them? Like, I think both parts should put in an effort.
I mean, but you'd genuinely be wanting to know somebody. The money has nothing to do with it. Or does it?
I wouldn't say it doesn't, because I'm not going to date anybody who's broke.
But also, based off your words of this video, why would a man want to spend $200 to go out on a date with you when you just said that most men that want relationships want a woman that is dressed modestly? So you're basically saying that a man should not want you, but he should spend $200 on you on a date to just fuck. That's basically what you just said. I'm only going off of what you said. I'm not.
Because I'm not broke myself, I think you should expect what you can put out.
But would you date a guy who made less than you?
No.
Okay, so you'd only date up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. But at the same time, just because you go to Chipotle for a first date doesn't mean that you're broke.
I didn't say that. I just said I wouldn't go to Chipotle on the first date.
Why not?
Where would you take somebody on their first date?
Well, why wouldn't you go to Chipotle?
Because I can go there and take myself there, sit down and have a conversation with myself.
I mean, you can take yourself anywhere and sit down and have a conversation with yourself. I don't think that she's appreciative of a man's effort. A man's effort has no specific amount of money that he spends on you. I know that I can take myself anywhere out to eat, but the fact that there's a man out there that is putting in the effort to take me somewhere, especially when he can go out on a date with anybody else and he went on a date with me, it says a lot. And I appreciate that. You know, it's his effort. Because he could be at home or he could be with another girl. And if you think otherwise, like, no, like, people can go out on a date and it not mean nothing, then that says a lot about you. I know what kind of guys I like. And the kind of guys I like would not just be going out on dates with any and every random girl. So I know for a fact, if he was to go out on a date with a girl, he actually like her. He actually fuck with her. You get what I'm saying? So I know for a fact if he go out on a date with me, he actually like me. He actually fuck with me. You get what I'm saying? I don't think we should go out on dates or be with somebody that would waste their time so much so that they will put effort and energy to stuff that doesn't mean anything, you know? So if you're the person that was like, oh, like him taking you on a date doesn't mean anything, I could do that for myself. Okay, well then stay your ass home then. Don't go out on dates. Go out by yourself then. Don't be in a relationship. If we're going off of that mentality, y'all need to learn to respect a man's effort and appreciate a man's effort. That's all. That's literally it. So that whole $200 bullshit, it doesn't fucking matter. Even that whole list of the people that came out, what was it, a couple months ago, last year? I don't even remember because I don't keep track of that bullshit. But it was like a list of restaurants that women said that they don't want to be taken to, and everybody pointed out Cheesecake Factory. If a man want to take me to Cheesecake Factory and I like him, what am I saying no for? At least I'm going out on a date. At least I got somebody that shows me interest enough to spend money on me. You know, I date average 9 to 5 men. I'm not in the bracket or I guess look department or whatever for a millionaire to date me, I guess. So it's like I'm dating 9 to 5 men. So I'm like, that makes me respect them even more and appreciate them even more, that they really had to maybe spend another extra hour at the job or work hard just to get the money to be able to take me out on a date. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's more about the effort and the time and energy that somebody is giving you than the amount that they spend on you. Like, yeah, I understand. And for some women, it's about the amount simply because some women feel that if a guy spends a lot of money, they're less likely to lose you because men won't leave women that they risked a lot on for the reward. I understand that concept, but there's a lot. It's a gray area when it comes to that kind of mindset. And usually women that think like that are making a lot of money, rich, successful, single, lonely women. So, or rich, successful women. And obviously I'm not in that bracket, but tell me what y'all think about that.
Like, I think if you really want to meet somebody and you really care about them, then you should make an effort.
You should spend $200? What?
Chipotle is not really that much of an effort.
What are the biggest red flags in a 41-year-old woman?
Probably kids. Like having a couple kids and all that. That's it's over with. I can't do all that.
I'm not even gonna lie. That's one of the things that I do agree with. Having a lot of kids, it's just a lot, bro. A lot of kids. Like, what? If you're a woman and you got a lot of kids and you got a man that's not your baby father that actually wants to provide, protect for you and your kids, keep that man. Never let him go. Do not let him go. Don't let him go. I don't care if he pissed you off today. You better go make him dinner. You better so good. Do not let him go, especially if you know you got hella kids by another man. Don't let him go. Now, if he's abusive, that's a different story, but we're not talking about that.
But why wouldn't you take a single mom seriously?
I mean, for me, I'm a man, I have no kids, so I'm coming in with no baggage at all. So I prefer that for me personally.
Y'all, having kids is not the only baggage that you can have. So I disagree with that.
If you a guy, you got baby mamas, you got kids, then I understand. But you talking to a man, never drunk alcohol, never smoked weed, don't got no baby mamas. I'm coming baggage free. That's what I want for me.
Well, do you think that women build more baggage than men do as they get older?
I mean, of course, that's common sense. They know that. In the day, we age gracefully, and we get bigger and better with age. Women, they have to make sure they take care of themselves a little bit harder before they get older. So yeah, they come with more baggage when they get older, no question about it.
But a man can bring baggage too as he ages.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, we carry ourselves differently. You know, we don't really.
Notice he said yes. Notice he said yes. You know, y'all, especially women, when listening to these men, you gotta pay close attention to their first answer before the but. You get what I'm saying? Pay close attention. You get what I'm saying? He said yes. There's other ways that men can provide baggage other than kids, alcohol, weed.
To worry about our physical attributes to that degree.
And he literally listed all the ways of a man having baggage. So for all the men out there that have kids, that smoke weed, that drink, he basically said that that is baggage to you. Not just women, but I think he's a millionaire. That's baggage to him.
We don't have to worry about, you know, having a kid at home for the most part because they don't be with the mom. So it's separate how the baggage works. At the same time, a woman has to worry about those things a little heavier.
Why do you think women are the prize in the relationship?
Because we add value to a man's life.
A man adds arguably a lot of value to a woman's life too.
They do, but not to the degree that women do.
I will say, and a man adds a lot of value, and women add a lot of value too. You know, our main value is bearing kids. So yeah, the value that I would say men provide for me would be them teaching me how to be their wife. That's the biggest value. Teaching me how to be their wife, showing me how to treat them, or just making sure that I'm doing what I need to do in terms of making the family good, because he's the head of the household. So, you know, constantly checking up on me, making sure I'm good, making sure I'm fine mentally, emotionally. He's there for me. So I can take care of the kids and take care of him the way we need things to run, you know. And I'm not saying that a woman couldn't do that for a man, but I feel like it's a very different dynamic when a man does that for a woman.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Because we take whatever you guys already have and we just amplify it and make it better. The right kind of woman makes it better.
But most women won't take a man unless he's already established and has something very good going for his future.
And that's true, and yes, that should be like that, but then you build upon that. You can make that even better. There's always...
I just think that a man just wants you to listen to him and respect him and be loyal, honestly. He doesn't need you to amplify anything that he's got going on. If anything, he can amplify it for himself. The only people that need you to amplify their situation are people that maybe have insecurities. They feel like they can't do it. You know, they need you to pep talk them. They're not good at being an adult. You know, people like that. Certain people like that.
For improvement for everybody.
Well, maybe in the...
They
maybe
need people to rely on.
The intangible sense, you can make it better. In the feeling sense. But you're not going to pay for your man's dinner, take him out, plan trips, have him move in with you, then plan for the future and lead the way.
Men don't care about that.
I shouldn't. He's a provider. That's part of having values, or those are the values, for example, I value.
Now,
men don't care about that, but that is a plus.
You could say that, well, because he's doing all of those things, he's the prize instead.
Just because you doing all those things, it doesn't mean I should not be able to do that for you. You know, it might take me a little bit of time because, you know, if you date a man that has more than you, it might take you a little bit of time to be able to reach a level where you can give him the things that he gives to you. But I would just say that he doesn't really care. If he's a man that loves you for you and who you are inside, they don't care that you can pay for dinner or do all that. You know what I'm saying? They care. They're glad that you're here. They're glad that you're loyal. They're glad that you're honest. They're glad that you respect them and you respect yourself. And that's all that they can ask for, honestly.
No. He can do that for himself. He should be able to do it for somebody else.
Well, that's the thing. If he can do it for himself, why would he need you?
Because in other ways, I will add value to his life, not monetarily.
Like,
Companionship,
That was a
making
trick question.
sure that he keeps up with, what his goals are and what his dreams are, supporting
But
him.
the thing is, he's already done that for himself. A real man already has done that for himself. He's not a child. He does not need you to plan his day, do this, do that, uplift him, do. He's already done that for himself. He's already done that. He doesn't need you. So when you say, oh, I'm going to help him, I'm going to be his mom, basically, that doesn't mean anything to him. It's if you're loyal, if you're respectful, and other things.
And also just overall, if you're looking also for looks, like being arm candy.
but a man can get that
Jesus. The more she talks, the more I'm realizing, you know what? Maybe you should stay in Miami. Stay there. Don't go nowhere else.
companionship from his male friends. He can hire maids. He can get sexual pleasure from a strip club. He can hire hookers.
He can, but it's not maintainable. Like, it's not for long term. That's like not sustainable for the long term.
If he has more than enough money, maybe.
Perhaps, but I've noticed all the successful men in this world tend to have a very supportive partner next to them.
And multiple women behind them.
Perhaps, but there's always the main.
You know what? She just lied. She said,
The successful men in this world maintainable. Like, it's not for long term. That's like not sustainable for the long term.
If he has more than enough money, maybe.
Listen.
Perhaps, but I've noticed all the successful men in this world tend to have a very supportive partner next to them.
She just lied. Didn't she just say in the video, people in Miami are superficial, fake sugar daddies? If you're a sugar daddy, you're a successful man, right? You got to be able to afford being a sugar daddy. People in Miami are sugar daddies. She just painted people in Miami to live a very fake life, rich, not content, not good relationships, unsatisfied people. But then she goes on to say, majority of people in this world that are successful have a very supportive person by their side. She just contradicted everything that she just said, literally.
Multiple women behind them.
Perhaps, but there's always the main one.
So she said that like she had experience of dealing with a guy that had multiple girls but they had a main one. Sounds like she knows that from experience.
At 39, what's the most you would spend on a first date right now?
Well, I used to be poor. Now, luckily, I do very well financially. But with that said, I still do have limits. The most I feel comfortable maybe is like $300 on a first date, like a nice dinner.
Oh, look, the girl in the skirt. What was that? The girl in the skirt with the black boots. There's your guy. There's your guy.
Because I want to go to the nice dinner, not because I'm doing it for her, but I'm just selfish. I want to go there, and then
Yo, like this is the girl with the black skirt and the little pigtails. This is the guy you want. This is the guy you wanted, huh?
Feel comfortable. Maybe it's like $300 on a first date, like a nice dinner, and mostly because I want to go to the nice dinner. Not because I'm doing it for her, but I'm just selfish. I want to go there, and then I don't want to go alone.
And you don't think that that's investing too much up front? $300.
That is, but I usually only do that if we talked a little bit online first, got a good rapport. If I just met some girl on the street and didn't really get to talk to her first, then we'd probably meet for a drink or something or somewhere more casual. So it all depends on how much we got to talk to before that date.
And that's what you get. The girl with the skirt and pigtails that said you got to spend $200 on a date. That's the kind of man you get who said that he has commitment issues and sex issues, sex addiction. That's exactly what kind of man you just said that you want.
Looks play a factor in where you take her for the first date.
Yeah, they do, because if she's a super hot girl that I'm trying to impress, that's like a 9 or a 10, then yeah, I might take her somewhere fancier than if it was like a 6 or a 7 where I won't put as much effort in. So that does.
Yeah, he's going to spend money on you but he has commitment issues. He's gonna push you off to the side. Now that I'm thinking, that girl in the skirt, whatever, she might be ran through. Just a little bit. If we're talking about men like this that are non-committal, that will spend $300 on a woman like that has sex addiction issues, that girl just said that as long as we're not going on Chipotle and you're spending $200 on me and don't deem me as respectable because I don't dress modestly, then I'm a fuck. That's basically what the girl with the black skirt said.
They correlate to how much money, honestly, how much I'm going to spend based on how, I mean, it sounds shallow, but at the end of the day, women want guys that are successful, good looking, ambitious, and I want a girl that has the looks and also personality. You know?
So women want financial security, and men are looking for trophy wives, essentially.
Some of them, but I prefer more like substance as well, right? So I want the looks initially, right, to take a hot girl out to dinner and date and sleep with, but if I'm going to be more than casual dating, I need also intelligence, I need personality, ambition, so it all depends what I'm looking for in the woman, right? So, yeah.
Okay.
But he's never going to take you seriously. He just lied. He said if I'm seriously looking, he has commitment issues. Why would you take him seriously at all if he just said that?
Do you think men and women could be friends?
No, of course not.
What benefits do you
I agree. I don't think men and women could be friends. Fuck that shit.
from having female friends?
Absolutely nothing for me, unless we're in a job setting and we have no physical traction outside of the job. If we being friends and we talking on the phone and I'm coming over there, eventually we're gonna have sex.
I agree.
That dick is gonna go in some way, somehow, for sure.
I agree. So for men that say, well, why can't I have female friends? Your female friends are cooking for you. Your female friends, they allow you to come over to your house anytime. Oh, they'll allow you to come over their house anytime that they're cooking. They out here visiting your house, y'all sleeping over, y'all going on dates, but that's your female friend. Like, that doesn't make sense, right? And that looks like competition for a woman that you're trying to deem to be serious with you, right? Because if I am in competition with a girl that is just your friend and you're trying to date me and take me seriously, I'm not going to take you seriously and I'm not going to date you, you know, because where does that leave room for me to cook for you if you already got a female friend, whatever the fuck that means, that is already cooking for you? It's the same thing, vice versa. If a man was to walk up to me and I told him I had a male friend, but I have male friends that change my tire, that fix my car, that install TVs, that basically do everything that I need a man to do, he's going to be like, well, damn, what am I here for? Why are you not having sex with him? Why are you, like, that's a red flag. That's why I don't believe in the whole female and males can be friends.
What benefits do women get from having male friends?
I mean, they have a lot, you know. Not only do they have that male companionship, they get some more understanding at the same time. They're getting over because they're getting that protection that they always want. But at the end of the day, a guy's still gonna want a piece of that ass. For sure.
It's true. And if you're a man and you know that the woman that you're trying to take seriously have all these men around doing stuff for her, you're stupid. You're dumb. Why would you want to take somebody serious like that? You get what I'm saying? Because even if y'all do decide to get together and she says, oh yeah, I cut him off, or I'm not cutting him off, I can't trust that. I can't.
But
So
they're coming up.
So your girl, if she had guy friends, it would have to be before your time.
Yeah, I mean, extremely before my time, and he better have a woman or something going on. You're just not gonna
Exactly. You gotta have a relationship going on and stuff like that. There's this guy that I had a conversation with, and he literally said that I have female friends, and I was like, oh, sorry, I can't date you. And he was like, you know, they're my friend's wife. Did you just claim your friend's wife as your friend? Yeah, they're my friend. No, they're not. If you and your homeboy was to fell out, I promise you, she would not be your friend. Your homeboy gonna be like, nah, you're not talking to this nigga. He not my friend no more. Like, what? I never understood why people do that. Why do people do that? Why do people claim their significant other's friends as their friends? That's not your friend. Because if y'all were to break up, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be your friend. And then if you continue to be friends with them, it's gonna be a whole messy situation. They're telling your ex what you got going on, or the ex is telling them this. Like, it's just too immature and childish high school shit.
Girlfriend and you just a single dude, you know what I'm saying, talking to my woman on the phone, all that's impossible, brother. I know what you on.
No one-on-one time.
Hell no. One-on-one gonna be one-on-one, me and him, me beating his ass. It ain't going down.
One-on-one is a date. It's a date. Regardless if you claim them as just a friend, that is a date.
Oh, no.
So, do you think that if you were out with a female friend and somebody tried to snatch her purse, she'd expect you to protect her?
Oh, most definitely. She got that. I got that for her.
Is that something that you would do on your own free will?
Yeah, it's just instant reaction. If I'm with any female and somebody does anything vulgar, I'm standing my ground. It's going to be a violent situation
Do you
on their side.
Do you think that the woman would try and protect you if somebody tried to snatch your chain?
Hopefully she did. If she did, it's okay. I can handle it in all ways. But, you know, I hope she can get in the way a little bit, slow it down. But if not, I don't need her. I got it.
Do you think there's any equal benefit for you having her as a friend if you're risking your life for her in that situation?
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Is there any benefit to protecting a female friend? Well, let's see what he says.
It depends. So if something happened to me or I did something a little too far, hopefully she could call one of my friends or call the police or something to, you know, to prevent it from going to the next level. Or at the same time, she might talk me off the ledge. It might be something petty and I might be reacting too violently and she could pull me down or you know what I'm saying, and calm me down.
So he's looking at, wait, well, hold on. I was going to say he's looking at a female friend as just a friend. But then he just said earlier that there's no such thing as men and women could be friends, because you obviously got to be fucking her. So right now he's not saying it, but that would be a reason why he would protect her too as well, because he's fucking her. Because he just said men and women can't be friends. So let's add that to what he's saying right now.
It can help in that manner, but not physically, no. She putting herself in danger.
All right, Restless Child, How Fine is Jasmine, The Desirable Truth. Like, subscribe for more content. Tell me what you want to see, and thank you.